Assalamu alaikum. Dear friends, how are you? My name is Abdul Khalik. Financial stability, financial development, that is something what each one of us is looking for. Now, many, or maybe most of the people, most of us, they are unable to develop to prosper financially. Talk to them, talk to us, talk to me. We will be found saying that since I am not, getting enough amount of money as an income, so whatever I earn, all of that just goes away. All of that just being spent. All of that is consumed. So I can't. So how come I get developed, dear friend? Today's discussion is for those people, for those of us who are unable to develop and prosper, my dear friend, citing it as the financial, insufficiency. So that is why we people are seen saying that I am unable to develop, and maybe I can't develop unless I get some external, big, considerable external support. So now the question is that how to get developed, how to start developing despite the fact that what we are earning is not enough at the moment. So there are seven tips in this regard. These are very important. Each one of these is very important indeed. And the first one is that is set a budget. Set a budget. Okay, dear friends, all of us need to make a budget. Without the budget, I think that we cannot survive at all. We cannot develop at all. Budgeting, making the budget, extremely important indeed. My dear friends, make a budget of yourself. And if we don't make a budget, we don't have to make it for the whole country, for a big company, or for the whole country. So we have to make the budget of we ourselves. Simply enlist the priorities. Enlist the priorities that this is my need, necessity, which is more important than other, and this is the second most important, the third mode, and so on, the fifth, the five, the sixth, etc. And spend the money like a spend like a frugally. Spend the money frugally. And also it will be very good to write that this is my income, my salary, and this is what I need to spend, this is something what I need to save. The second is track your expenses. Track your expenses. How can we do that? Write it down. Whatever you are spending, I put a date. On that date, I spent this much on that particular thing. So at the end of the week, at the end of the day, at the end of the week, at the end of the month, reconsider, look upon, review it whether it was a necessary spending or an unnecessary one, whether you will repeat it or you will try to avoid it. Track your expenses. Number three, build an emergency fund. Build an emergency fund. Save some of the money. Keep some of the money as an emergency fund. That is very important indeed. Build an emergency fund. Extremely important. And save a little bit of the money. Keep your saving in this emergency fund. You might need it suddenly, either to cope with the trouble or to be able to avail an opportunity. Being able to avail an opportunity, dear friends. Now, the next is avoid impulse spending. Avoid impulsive spending. Mean you had not planned it at all. You were going somewhere else. Suddenly something came to your mind without thinking, without reflecting whether it is necessary or unnecessary, and here you spent the money. That was avoid impulse spending. Number 5, pay off your debt. mean those debts, but in particular where you are paying the interest and the things are getting expensive. Pay off your debt. Number 6, review your finances regularly. Yes, we need to review. We need to review our finances, our financial position regularly. That is very important. Now, the seventh and the last is, that is, educate yourself. Financial literacy. Educate yourself financially, and financial education, I think it is extremely important. And if at all we don't have the financial education, obviously we are not going to develop and prosper at all. But if at all we are financially educated, it does not mean that we have got any sort of degree in that or a diploma in that. I think we need to learn either from the people's mouth who are very good at it, or listening from the YouTube, or still reading somewhere else. But think upon yourself, think yourself. So we need to get literacy, we need to get the financial literacy, we need to educate ourselves financially. So these are the seven ways we can develop, despite the fact that the things are not as easy, despite the fact that, dear friend, we are not having sufficient income, sufficient money. Despite all that, developing is our right, and we need to develop. We can develop in this manner. Thank you.